All right, let's go to France, David. We got two women who converted to Islam this week
Smart,
in
smart, smart.
France. And one of them was in Mulhouse, which doesn't sound like a French name to me.
It's
Uh,
pronounced "f".
oh, well,
You
that
got to
does
get the
explain
authentic.
it.
Mhm.
Yes. All right. Mulhouse, this woman converts to Islam, and she slits her daughter's throat and was taken into custody, hospitalized for being mentally ill. But let me give you some more details about the case, David. This is from the French press from Actu 17, which is your handle, but it's also a French paper.
French are calling. French are copying me now.
Yep. And that's it. So the victim's mother, found sitting on the bed mumbling prayers, was arrested. Although French, said the prosecutor, born in France and having studied in France, she refused to communicate in any way other than Arabic. And she had been followed by the intelligence services, obviously not very closely because she was able to slit her daughter's throat, but she had been followed by the intelligence services since 2019 for what the paper says is acts of Islamic radicalization. Jean-Francois Assal specified that the mother
You
had
now you're making up French names, Robert. Come on.
it's right here in the story,
Sorry.
had
Okay.
specified that the mother had devoted her life to religion. So you got this woman who devoted her life to Islam to such a degree that even though she's French, born in France, raised in France, she won't now speak anything but Arabic. And she slit her daughter's throat. And the French authorities said, oh, she's mentally ill.
Must be.
Why?
Yeah, I
What's
want
the
to.
deal with that?
Yeah, I just want to point out. I mean, you do have people who are actually mentally ill, and they could be any background. They could be an atheist, a Christian, a Muslim, or whatever. And so, if you just had these things really, really occasionally, and it was the same frequency, the same rate as just mental illness in the general population, then you could say, okay, this person, this Muslim was just crazy. But as you and I have noted, everything seems much is a much higher rate of sudden onset jihad syndrome in the world of Islam. In other words, we get lots of people who just decide to go on killing sprees, and over again they say, "Oh, this person must be crazy," which we've talked about why before. Everyone, including the psychologists and the police and so on, have been bombarded for decades now that Islam is so peaceful and wonderful. You'd have to be an absolute madman to think that it encourages violence. And so when a Muslim goes out and kills a bunch of people or kills a relative or something like that for not living Islamically, then it pops into their head. This person must be crazy. And then, I mean, just imagine if you took this woman to a mental hospital and she's evaluated by a psychiatrist. The psychiatrist is going to say, what do you think Islam teaches? Islam tells me to kill and slaughter the kuffar and blah, blah, blah. Oh, you're clearly insane because Islam's a religion of peace and tolerance.
There you go. That's it. I think that really does sum it up. They can't admit the truth about Islam, and so the only thing they can do is assume these people are mentally ill.